I just want to take this next part of our podcast about coaching, about your coaching stint with the women's national team. So, looking back at it, how do you see the whole experience, and how do you see the increased coverage on the sport as general? Like, do you feel more attention is still required to be given to them?
My taking up the role to coach the women's side was with a view to try and help them because I had seen them play, I had seen them perform extraordinarily well. And around 2018, start of 19, I felt that if they could have somebody with a bit of experience to help them, I felt that they would do a lot better than they were doing then. That is one of the reasons why I even said that I'll give it a go. As far as my tenure is concerned, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm sure that the girls also felt that I made some significant positive impact on them, on their cricket and on their uh, personality development and various other things that they need to perform at the international level. In terms of the popularity of women's cricket, it's always been there. It's just that people are getting to see it now. For the simple reason the WPL is started. Uh, the popularity was always there. The reason why I say this is because I remember in 2019 when that Challenger was played in Jaipur, there was a situation when the general election was there as well then.
Hmm.
And that there what happened was that they had to restrict the number of people that could come into the stadium because the police could not manage uh, controlling crowd here at the stadium and then going through to the various places where the election pockets were within that state. So one particular side of the ground was open to the public, which allowed 15,000 people to get into the stadium. Now, we get to hear much later, that is, after the tournament is over on the way out the following morning, that there were another 15,000 waiting outside, asking the officials to open the other half of the stadium so that they could also come and watch. And apparently, things got a little bit out of hand, and then a little bit of force had to be used to disperse the crowd from what we were told, which was rather unfortunate. And it was also an indication of the kind of popularity that women had in terms of them of displaying their skills on a cricket field. People wanted to come and see, and there was no doubt in my mind at any stage after I saw personally what was happening when these girls played matches at home, that people will throng to the venue to see matches, and that was justified when the WPL happened.
Hmm. Yeah.
And it will be only on the up and up in the future as well, because we saw some outstanding talent, we see some great athleticism, and we are even seeing the pace of playing increasing or improving in the last 2 3 years. The average scores in both 50 overs and 20 overs is going up. Uh, Obviously, it makes for a fantastic spectacle. Oh, okay, you may not see people bowling at 150 clicks per hour, but that is just not cricket. There are a lot more things to cricket than just somebody running in and bowling 150 clicks per hour.
Yeah. Yeah. And just to add a sub question on that, how did you see the development of youngsters during your tenure?
It is not about their development. When we talk about the development youngsters, we must first try and come out of ourselves and see what is it that we are doing to facilitate their development. When I say we, I talk about everybody who's got some responsible position within the fraternity. It need not be at the BCCA level. It could be at the district level.
Hmm.
A district association also has a secretary. It has a cricket in charge. So they all need to come out of themselves and see what it is that they are doing for the development of the talent of the youngsters who are keen to play a sport. And then they got to look at themselves in the mirror and try and assess the way they are functioning, and also uh, understand that they have a huge responsibility in terms of shaping the lives and careers of thousands of people with what they do during their tenure. Because there is a spillover to what you do during your tenure.
Hmm.
When you do something during your tenure as an official, you will obviously leave behind a legacy and it also have an impact in the future as well because of the decisions or the procedures you are left behind. So it's imperative that everybody who's had a key position, regardless of whatever level of the ladder it is, they need to see how it is that they have performed during their tenure and what it is that they could have done better.